If Trump thought that Scotland would serve as a refuge from having to discuss his links to Jeffrey Epstein, he clearly thought wrong.
Are you enjoying the Scottish hospitality?
There were Sky News questions, sure.
Mr. Trump, can you escape the Jeffrey Epstein crisis?
Maybe that's why we heard this.
What's that song?
I don't know, it's very famous though.
It's from a musical.
Yeah.
Memories.
Music boomed out from the convoy of golf carts, drowning out the surrounding sound.
When you have to blast opera music to drown out certain questions from the reporters, that might just be a sign that they hit a nerve. We are legitimately one step away from Trump just plugging both ears with his fingers and going, la 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 la. I mean, this guy flew 3,500 miles away from home because for the last 3 weeks, he has been plagued by the Epstein scandal, a scandal of his own making, by the way, and his solution was to seek refuge in a faraway land, waste some taxpayer dollars flying him and his team to his own golf course so that we can pay for him to fuck around and funnel money to his personal business. And even there, in his little safe space, he's dogged with the only questions that he was trying to avoid. But hey, you know what? That's a good lesson in not fraternizing with a pedophile. Just a general rule of thumb for life. Clearly, that kind of thing has a tendency to bite you in the ass, as Donald Trump can now attest to. And what's worse for Trump is that his ham-handed efforts to conceal his Epstein connection are only making everything worse. Let me just speak from personal experience here. I wasn't particularly interested in the Epstein stuff during the campaign while it was brewing in the right-wing media ecosystem. I heard about the Epstein list, wasn't really moved by it. Trump promised to release it. I was like, cool, whatever, seems like a non-issue. Trump gets into office. Pam Bondi says that it was on her desk. Great. Then suddenly, the case was closed. There was no Epstein list. And Trump says that the files don't exist, and then they do exist, but Obama forged them. Then that we should just forget about Epstein altogether. Then that we should focus on Rosie O'Donnell instead. Then cane sugar and coke. Then the Washington Commanders. Then Hillary's emails. Then Barack Obama. And by the time he was done with this dissembling, I have never been more convinced that Donald Trump was implicated. And lo and behold,
the Wall Street Journal is reporting that in May, Attorney General Pam Bondi and her deputy informed the president at a meeting in the White House that his name was in the Epstein files.
In other words, Trump not only brought this upon himself by doing whatever it is he did with Jeffrey Epstein, but also because if this was a detective movie from the 80s, the ways in which Donald Trump has been bumbling around would be too ham-handed even for that writer's room. Short of Epstein being caught on camera saying that Donald Trump was implicated, it could not be more obvious that there was some connection between the two of them that Donald Trump finds it fitting to hide. And to that point, well, this might also be of interest.
Have you ever had a personal relationship with Donald Trump?
What do you mean by personal relationships?
Have you socialized with him?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever socialized with Donald Trump in the presence of females under the age of 18?
Though I'd like to answer that question, at least today, I'm going to have to assert my 5th, 6th, and 14th Amendment rights, sir.
So yeah, I guess I'd want to run away to Scotland too. In fact, I asked Governor Newsom about Donald Trump's distractions. Here's what he had to say. I suppose you don't think it's especially presidential to go on some spree talking about changing the Washington Commanders' name, denaturalizing Rosie O'Donnell, getting cane sugar and Coca-Cola, relitigating Hillary's emails in the year 2025, and then, of course, arresting Barack Obama. And so in light of his kind of dissembling that's happening on the public stage, what's your response to what we're seeing from the president?
It reminds me of a punch-drunk boxer. He's just wildly flailing. He's flailing. He's just zigging and zagging. He's desperate. He's trying anything, trying to chum the waters, and it's not working. And normally it works for him. It's not working right now. I mean, that's why he's off promoting his golf courses in Scotland. Get me the hell out of here. Problem is, wherever he goes, his reputation, this sort of degenerate nature of who he currently is follows him. And that's why I think this one is going to have not just some more explaining to do, he's going to have to do a lot more than he's done in the past to be able to dig his way out of this.
So at this point, I'm not sure who Trump thinks he's fooling, but if you're that gullible to believe him, I'm not sure how you survive this long without sending your life savings to either a Nigerian prince or a Microsoft help center in Mumbai. Granted, the welcome that he got when he arrived in Scotland hasn't been much better than the welcome that he got on the golf course.
The Scottish Government has bended the knee and kissed the ring. This is a protection racket. Donald Trump is a crook in charge of a criminal empire. He has come to Scotland and shaken down our government. It's like giving the school bully your lunch money. They will just keep coming back for more.
I'm very much against everything that Trump stands for and what he's doing in America. So I want people to know, the Americans know that we are very much pro them, their democracy, but we really want the lies, the falsehoods, the racism, the fascism to stop. So that's why we're all demonstrating today.
And to their credit, the people of Scotland have been especially consistent when it comes to their feelings about Donald Trump. This is what one member of Scottish Parliament, Patrick Harvey, said in response to Trump's election.
The Minister offered congratulations to the convicted felon Donald Trump on his re-election. Writing officially on behalf of the Scottish Government, he wrote that he is sure Scotland's cultural and social ties with the US will flourish during the presidency of a misogynist, a climate denier, a fraudster, a conspiracy monger, a racist, a far-right politician who tried to overturn an election result both covertly and by inciting violence. Words fail me. What social and cultural ties does the First Minister really think will benefit from a relationship with such a man?
In fact, I may be speaking with this member of the Scottish Parliament tomorrow, so if you'd like to watch, please subscribe to this channel. It is completely free and it's the best way to support my work and independent media more broadly. And good on the press in Scotland for staying on this story. Trump may view himself as being above accountability, above having to answer for his behavior, above having to speak to the press, but he's not. Donald Trump may want to drag the US into authoritarianism, but Scotland is certainly a free country and the press should be applauded for holding him to account. Maybe right-wing media in this country could take note and find a shred of dignity in the process. Before you go, if you enjoyed this content and you want to see more and support independent media, please subscribe to this channel. The subscribe button will be right here on the screen. But second, the reality is that we are now in a political environment where this administration can lean on any of the social media platforms to suppress certain voices if they don't like critical coverage. That means my longevity here is in the hands of a few tech billionaires who are already making it clear that they are willing to cater to this administration. To that end, signing up for my newsletter is a way for me to reach you directly if that ever becomes necessary. I'll put the link right here on the screen as well, so please sign up. It's free, but there's also an option to do a paid subscription if you'd like to support me and my team. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching.